I can't deal with small talk.
I hate.
You know what I mean? It's so dead.
I've got to a stage in my life now where I don't do small talk.
You just go silent.
I'd rather sit there in complete silence.
I used to sell jewel breakers in school, lollies. I even was selling cigarettes at one of my secondary schools.
All the kids who sold sweets in school, are either in jail now or doing really well.
Bruh, you've lost all this money. And then he had to sell the watch a week later to my friend for $3,000.
2 weeks later, the watch is now 50k, and he's crying to me. I said, bro, just wait.
So what's your plans with the gym then? What do you expect to...
Well, yeah, we're debating that at the moment. So actually, I don't know how much I want to talk about. You never know who's gonna hear. But we want to sort of try and combat the health club industry. Obviously, in Bristol, it's David Lloyd heavy. So I'm leaning towards trying to sort of privatise a health club. I don't know how far we're going to get that. Obviously, need a lot of investment. But we're quite determined to sort of move that reasonably quickly. So we don't just want to sort of cap it at just gyms. We want to just expand and see if we can. Because I was like chatting to Shiz earlier, I was at a restaurant and he was like, it's probably owned by Ledeca. And I was like, you know what? Like that just shows that this sort of restaurant where they probably charge another 10, 15 quid per item on the menu just because it's got a different name, it's owned by the same people.
Yeah.
Perception's reality in that sense. So not that I want to mug anyone off. I'm just saying I want to sort of try and combat that sector where everyone thinks it's so saturated and everyone's done it. I want to try and start something a bit new.
We said that not long ago, we were talking about like David Lloyd is kind of run down for the money. Like if there's a place you could chill, you could justify spending that much because you waste time there and like it's something to do.
David Lloyd's a social club. But see the thing you said is saturated. I don't believe it is saturated. I believe it's unsaturated.
But
I think that's a good market for you there.
There's 3 David Lloyds in Bristol though.
But the price, if you...
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's what you have to do.
They ain't that special though, like compared to places in London and that. They ain't special at all.
That's what I'm saying.
The Westbury one's run down. Even Long Ashton one's run down.
But Long Ashton one's like probably the most run down out of the 3 and it's the most expensive.
Yeah, it's the most expensive,
the monthly payment could be half the money, and it could be a lot better.
240 odd quid a month for a family membership, and I'm allowed to go to all 3.
To me, it's 260 a month.
All 3 I can go to. I only ever go to one. I got the platinum membership so that we can like use it whenever we want. Because like the one in Westbury's got an ice plunge. Whereas
that's cool,
that's the only thing that I want. I want the ice plunge and the heat, and then my missus goes and uses the crash and stuff like that. But you can provide. Imagine what you could provide if you charge someone £400 and you absolutely make it so sick.
Yeah.
Put everything they need in there. I reckon people will play it.
Yeah, definitely.
Me and Shiz signed up, and we didn't want to sign up and pay the full amount because it was like
it was 120 back then, I think.
Yeah, and it was all dirty or whatever. So we signed up as 18-year-olds. No, as 17-year-olds, and we were 27. Shiz had some like full beard, and they're like, 17? Are you sure? And we managed to get on. We were paying like 70 quid a month for a year, and we're 27 years.
Yeah, we just gave them my ID and they checked it, put it through. I was like, was it 50 quid?
Yeah,
50
so
quid.
funny.
But we used to hop over that sauna area to the plunge pool and that. It's nice that area, isn't it?
The elites area, that's what I call it.
Celsius Spa.
Yeah, Celsius, that's it.
For the elites.
Yeah.
No, but it's the best bit about it, isn't it? The ice plunge, and then you pay more for the one in Long Ashton. They haven't even got it. So
yeah.
Change rooms are decent now. Change rooms are decent.
Yeah, but you got that swamp
you don't
thing.
So for
you got that
200
swamp
quid,
thing in it.
Is that what
between the changing room and the swimming pool? There's that like swampy water bit which stinks.
Oh, it does stink.
Oh,
Yeah, the 2 doors.
Yeah, the 2 doors.
You think they get the drainage right, wouldn't you? But they don't.
For £2 a month. Yeah, 100%.
So, Ty, I was gonna say, where do you see it going with your business in terms of like with the recession? Because I'm worried about that with mine as well.
I can't. I'm always surprised. Like so I can have a day like today. I've only made £200 today. By the time I pay my employee, maybe £150. But then I can have days I'm like 5k.
Where do you get staff for 50 quid?
Nah, she's only worked 2 hours. She's only worked 2 hours.
Oh shit, £25 an hour.
I don't with my company. I don't not even to progress into more high end items. Just like where I'm at now, I'm comfortable. I'm content.
What could you do next for high end items? Like you can't sell anything more expensive.
Watches or what we said. Concierge travel. Like I already. Like first class plane tickets.
What, you do that, do you as well?
Yeah, 20% off.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Sick, bro.
Everything to make your life easier.
Yeah,
if I ever want something, it is Tayo. I give a call.
You don't even have to go hard. Like, use Harrods local.
We need to connect for sure, man.
I remember we were in.
Why don't I know this guy?
when COVID struck and for rugby went away for a tournament and we weren't allowed to leave the hotel, it was literally like it was on lockdown. You remember it? And the PS5 had just come out. The PS5 had literally just come out. Obviously, there were shortages. You couldn't get them anywhere. The boys were all in camp, like, we need PS5s, blah, blah, blah. And I wasn't playing PlayStation at the time. I'm on a laptop now. I'm a computer guy, so I was happy. I had my computer. I was
What do you
playing
play?
like League of Legends. So,
Nice.
yeah, a bit of a switch on itself now. But I love it.
It's like nice.
Anyway, I'm there banging League, and then everyone's on the WhatsApp group because we couldn't see each other in person.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was crazy at the time. Everyone's like, I need a PlayStation 5, I was like, oh, let me bring my boy. An hour and a half later, Ty's outside the hotel
5 PlayStations.
in a VW. With
No, sorry, I think
five
it was 6. I think it
PlayStation
was
5.
6. Come down in a VW
Everyone's
Golf.
looking out the window, like, looking at Ty, like, who the fuck?
and then they shot at me the same night. I come back down the next day with another 5. So
couldn't
over
believe
2
it.
days, I sold 11 PlayStations.
Wow.
But the boys,
And I drove
these
myself
boys,
there.
yeah,
There wasn't that much
everyone was
profit
like-
in them. Like I'll probably make about £50 of them. But the fact of to meet England, the England team, that's an honour in itself. Let alone
But
make
no
you
one
profit
believed
from
me.
it.
Supplied them with
obviously, like,
PS5s.
that's
You
what I
supplied
mean.
them-
They
the
all
England team
seen
with
this
PS5s.
police kid
Yeah,
come up with
literally,
tattoos
it's
all
crazy.
over him, and they was like, they're robbed. The police gonna come. I was like, listen to me. I would not
Nah, of
bring
course.
stolen PlayStation to the inside rugby
Listen, they should be grateful they just got
That's what I
PS5
said
stolen
to
or
him. I
not.
was
You know what I
like,
mean?
boys,
They couldn't get them.
I was like,
Of
boys,
course.
you think I'd bring someone who's robbed PlayStations into camp?
Couldn't even get them to rob them.
That's
the
what
thing.
I mean.
I
There
know,
weren't
I
any
know.
to rob.
Yeah.
So.
I know.
But everyone was quizzing me, I reckon, for 2 weeks. I was telling him, and he was like, bro, I don't know what else I can say. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that was
So
crazy.
good.
Was you always that guy though? You could get whatever because that's like me and James basically in school. Like you sell
Yeah,
MacBooks,
actually,
iPhones,
yeah, I
whatever.
used to sell, like, jewel breakers
Tom's
and
the
that.
big one.
I used to sell jewel breakers in school, lollies. I even was selling cigarettes at one of my secondary schools. That didn't end too well, but I was making. Yeah, I was probably some days I made like £10 a day. But back then, we're talking like a different dimension of time.
Yeah, you're
£10,
14
yeah,
making
13.
a
That was a lot of money.
£70 a week.
Like now, after 2016 times, like making £1,000 a week in 2016 was a lot of money.
A lot,
Come
yeah.
post times, that's nothing.
Money don't go far now. Like,
Yeah, like it don't.
I get delivery from my granddad, and then I get my delivery or something later in the evening. That's like 60 quid a day. on
Yeah,
Deliveroo and
like
shit.
back
It's
in
crazy.
2016, you could get your petrol, you could get your food, even if you want to break down your rent into a daily thing, that would still cover it, and you still have money left.
You remember
Yeah.
in when petrol was like £2 a litre?
And then it dropped to like one.
And
Do you
then it went
remember?
to 1,
Yeah.
and now it's 1.4. They're like, oh, you know what? We'll just meet him halfway.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's
man.
mad how money's become worthless.
It's
It's only getting
worthless,
worse, isn't it?
pointless.
Yeah.
Like they said
It ain't
inflation's
getting better.
over, but
It's
like
not getting better.
it's
Yeah,
crazy.
no, I was working out my outgoings last, so like it's all good making. You can make 30 quid profit a month, 40 grand, whatever. When you work out your outguns, like I had 7 grand outguns a month. I'm thinking I don't
Yeah,
even
I
live a
told you
lifestyle.
that.
I don't even do
The
nothing.
more money you earn,
They're
the more
silent
money you
killers.
spend.
I had to start, and this one even added my food. Like these were just like money, like I was giving to family or my bills. And then after I worked it out, like literally within a day, I minus that by 4 grand, and it was just pointless things, like nothing. Like
Yeah.
like I think I had subscriptions. They were adding up to about £400. And
that's
they
what
want
you
poor
said
lever.
earlier.
They want poor lever.
She's told me it's 17 quid for Netflix earlier.
yo,
That's the first
yo,
thing I'm
you-
doing when I get home is cancel.
You need to cancel
I
your
got
OnlyFans
now
subscriptions,
Disney.
bro.
I got now Disney. Like I got all these things. I don't even watch them. Like
Yeah, so with my Netflix, it started off for 7 quid. Obviously, I gave out my password to everyone because I'm not greedy. Like I gave it to everyone, and now
you're paying more for their. You're paying their
listen,
subscription.
yeah, because when it says 4 screens are watching it once you're an upgrade, someone else I don't even know who's got my password. Just click upgrade
Yes.
and to 4K, and now I'm paying
Shiz, do
17
you want to
quid.
upgrade? Yes, he does.
they're just clicking it.
I'll log out when I get home.
You know what? Hey, I've secretly done that as well. I've been on some ones. It says you can't watch this. Like you're watching it, and the screen just comes up with a button saying "OK" to continue watching it, and you think, "What the hell's going on?" Then you just see the upgrade, and you just click it on someone else's account.
Yeah, you don't wanna lose
You don't
your
even need the
movie.
card
You know what I
details.
mean?
Not halfway through the film. You can't say no, can you?
Nah. I remember I had a PS4. Some kid owed me money. He gave me a PS4. Yeah, I sold it to him in the first place. He never paid me. So he gave it back to me, and obviously split up with his girlfriend. And there was Disney Plus on there.
Oh,
I remember
you
just buying
made money,
movies.
yeah.
I was buying movies.
You wanted your money back.
Yeah. I was buying movies for
That's
like a whole
interest.
year till it got cancelled one day. I was like, oh, I got to pay for my own.
Yeah.
Way of the world, man.
But
That
I
was his
saw
karma there.
I saw a funny meme the other day actually, Ty, saying that you used to sell jewel breakers, but it said all the kids who sold sweets in school, are either in jail now or doing really well. I was just like laughing, like
Nah, but
everyone
that
I
is-
thought of, I was like, yeah, that's
That-
true.
But is anyone that was selling sweets in school is usually progressed on to be an entrepreneur, or they progressed on to like hustling, or not hustling in the sense of being like illegal activities, but like the entrepreneur, or they're just out being grafters all day for working for the man. But
yeah, because they didn't need to. They were saying this. You didn't need to sell chewing gum on the playground. So if you did it, you were doing it to get ahead. So you already had that like get ahead mindset, didn't you?
Right.
Yeah, you realize you can make money for yourself off anything, and you see them opportunities.
Once the first time you do it, like growing up, I've had people like my nan and granddad that looked after me. They've had money. They're not, I wouldn't say they're well off, but they've always provided for me and went the further distance.
Yeah.
But as I never used to have money, like I'd get given like £1 a day and that to live on. That's what I'm saying. If you go back now, I was getting £1 a day. That was nice.
Yeah, I was getting £1 too. Yeah.
And now you got $7,000 outgoings. Bro, do you ever think that you can't even afford to be a normal 9 to 5 now? Like that ship sailed, bro.
I couldn't. On. Anyway, like you see with my company now, like I used to go in. So for 2 years straight, I was hammering work, going in from 9 a.m. and I'll be finishing work at like 1 or 2 in the morning. I'm carrying like boxes about up to 20 foot, PlayStations, trainers, trying to get them into my apartment, like stacking them. They're all falling off.
Yeah, but you've been like that since day.
Yeah, like now, but now, like as like for like the last 10 years, I've been bad at like an OCD of like I don't enjoy making money. Money don't bring you happiness. Making money is what makes me happy. But now, at the time, from that 9, like sometimes I do 14-hour shifts. Now, I'm lucky I work 2 hours a day, and I'm so much more enjoyable. Like right now, the economy's so bad. You need to know when to chase money and when to push your time into something. Yeah, like now I just go about my day. Now I want to be a professional physique competitor. Like, that's how
otherwise
crazy
you burn yourself out. When you start working these times and you can't control the external environment, like the economy and all that stuff, you burn yourself out. So when it goes back to good, you're tired because you work for no reason to make pennies. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
And like the money doesn't bring you happiness. Like you said, like if you won the lottery, we won't be happy. You might be happy for a day. But it's like, it's being grinding and doing something right. Like, I got that right, man. It's just
like building something. Obviously, you didn't need the gym, but it's just something you wanted to do, innit?
Do you know what, Aaron, you say that? And it was almost, and I swear to you, I never told you this, but Ty didn't necessarily inspire me to open gym, but watching him and how hard he worked, we wouldn't see him for like 3 months, and then we'd link up and it'd be the same. But because he worked so hard, he had got something going on all the time. Whereas when I was with rugby, it ain't a 9 to 5, don't get me wrong. Some days you're in at 8 o'clock and you leave at 1. Sometimes you're in at 6:30 and you leave at 5:30. But it's a very physically demanding job. Like I'm always, do you know what I mean? Like my ears hanging off. Do you know, like it's a tough job, like physically, but psychologically it is as well. But I needed something to take my mind off it. And seeing how cooked he was all the time, I was like, right, I need something to get after. So that was almost worth what can I do?
And has it worked?
Well, I'm chasing the next thing. So it's almost like what he said. You get obsessed with sort of leveling up. Like I don't just want one gym now. I want 10. I don't just want a gym now. I want a health club. Do you know what I mean?
Like the minute you get to your destination, there's no happiness.
Well, my missus said it to me. She was like, every time we're walking through town or something, you see a shop for let. All you do is like think of these like mad things you could do. I'm like,
you got the bug now. Yeah, that's what we're like.
But watching you boys and that and chatting to you, that's what I chase.
It's a cool thing though, because like finding other people like that, it's hard to do in it. But when you get that thing, like seeing the shop, like you'll tell someone else, like I know someone's after a shop, you know what I mean? Like when you meet more like-minded people like that, it's good, isn't it?
See, you say the same thing. It's like, this is why it's so hard to create a company with someone else. Because I could be talking to someone, I think, he's a really good grinder. The money's irrelevant. Like he's telling me all these words. And 1 year we're down the line, I've spent $100,000 and the business is pointless. Like just because someone's gave a fake word when he's not doing what he's supposedly being capable of doing.
Because I was saying as well, it's like there's loads of people at Quack, but they're not ducks.
Yeah, it's exactly that.
We were talking about it earlier about like taking time out and that. Like when I remember jail was obviously when you were doing your thing, you were busy. I probably didn't see you for like a couple months, I don't know, maybe even a year, And then like I was free all the time then. And then when I started my thing, he probably didn't see me for a year, and the next time he saw me, I was speaking a whole different language. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like that's how busy I was. Like I was working every day till like midnight, maybe getting home later for like 2 years straight, and then it finally started working, and then happened, and then you know what I mean?
You see, when you don't see someone for like 3 months, and then they progress so much, your friend it's very charismatic. Like it is. You don't really. It's a rare relationship to have with someone. Like I got certain friends, like we don't speak a lot of the time, and we can progress so much. It's as if we're the same person emotionally, but like, physically, our headspace, we're just leveled
but that's
up.
The thing you got to remember as well. The reason you ain't seeing people is because they're busy working on themselves. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like that with everyone I know that's not in sport. from back home, I'm the exact same way.
Yeah.
You know what? It's when people are working on themselves, because if they're not working on themselves, to just go and pick them up and find out what happened at the pub over the last 3 months.
Yeah,
You can't. Then there's going to be that awkwardness because you don't know. But if you're like, oh yeah, I've done this, and this.
small talk. Like I
Yeah.
can't deal with small talk.
I hate
You know what I
small
mean?
talk.
It's so dead.
I've
Yeah,
got to
no,
a stage in my
serious.
life now where I don't do small talk.
Yeah.
You just go
Serious.
silent.
I'd rather sit there in complete silence than.
No,
With that look on your face,
my
yeah?
life,
With
everyone
that look
says
on
to
your
me,
face.
he's so miserable. And I hear people say it on, like, if they got my mate goes on a podcast, everyone's like, he's so miserable, like, he looks so angry all the time. But I'm not. I
no,
just,
you just listen.
I just listen.
Yeah,
If I ain't got anything to say, I just don't say it. Like, I'm not going to speak.
You got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Yeah,
You know
do
what I
you know
mean?
what I mean?
Literally
Like,
just-
I'm a listener. I'm not the life and soul of the party. I just sit there, I listen. If something's going on, I'm enjoying it, I'll enjoy it. But
And the worst one is like, say we're sat here and I'm awkward. I'm like, oh, do you like water then? Like, bro, we don't need to talk about do I like water?
Yeah.
Can we just not
Yeah,
sit in
nah, of
silence?
course.
What's your favorite color?
Yeah. Oh, so
silence is rare nowadays, man.
it is.
Everyone's so loud about what they're doing. Silence is
Man,
it's
it's
a
crazy.
commodity you should look after.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we said that on the last EP. Like, a lot of people don't enjoy their own company. Like, they can't sit there by themselves. Like, I know me, most of the day I'm by myself, just doing whatever I need to do. Obviously, you're kind of like the same, innit? Running around,
I'm
like.
the same.
But some people can't be on their own, innit? Like, and
Yeah,
I
you
think that's
can't,
how
you're
some
right,
people
you
have
can't.
jobs because they can't just do their own
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You know,
A lot of some people go to jobs just to socialize, even when they don't need to. They want to get out of the house.
that was the thing I missed about having a job when I started my own thing. Just like going there, chilling with people, chatting with
Yeah.
people. You know what I mean? It's
Well,
easy.
you got a social battery, same as like you get worn out physically if you're exercising. You got a psychological battery as well, and like some people's diminish quicker than others. You know what I mean? So you just got to look after it.
yeah, that's what
bang
you were
on.
saying, innit?
I can go years on end without being around people. I literally just like my space
you
so
can
much.
Be a recluse, man.
Yeah, but earlier you were saying,
with the Louis V.
Yeah,
earlier you were saying that obviously you've taken some time out of work to catch up with friends and stuff
Yeah,
because
like-
you're going to end up losing them for neglect. or
Yeah,
whatever you
like
call it.
'cause, yeah, a lot. I don't have a lot. I can't even lie. I probably have about 5 like proper. Not even 5. Let's say about 10 friends because I'd even clash. You're probably. I don't even
Come on.
know you that long, and I'd clash you on my top 10 friends. Like. I see friends as well. Like loyalty. That's all I look for in a man's word. That nothing. Money we make means nothing. A man's word's everything.
That's rare,
no
though.
one's got
Rare.
their word anymore.
And if I lend you money and then it fucks up because you didn't do anything wrong, it's the way it happened. I can be at peace with that. But if I lend you money and you're a scum about it, like
Yeah, nah, of
a man
course.
is a word, you know.
Yeah,
Like
of
as
course.
long as you're a man of your word,
Yeah,
you
you
can
could,
be good.
people got to be overt. Everyone wants to like just avoid people, and it's crazy. Now it's crazy.
you
That's-
gotta front
like
up.
yeah, if you owe a man dough, you owe a man dough. Don't matter what. It don't
exactly.
even matter if they drove their car straight through your front
My
door.
business
You
partner.
owe them dough. Though. You owe them dough. Like irrelevant. Whatever minus the cost of the outcomes on the front of the building. You owe them money.
Yeah, my ex-business partner, he took 70 grand out of the company account. He bust out this company that I was involved with, and it was a good company up until that point. And if he'd have come to me like, hat in hand and just said, "Look, bro, I fucked up. I was addicted to gambling. And I've done
Yeah.
this," I would have helped him. But because he snaked me and hid away after, then it just makes
That
me
makes
angry.
you
I think,
angry,
bro,
yeah.
you're a
Yeah,
piece of
of
shit.
course.
Yeah.
And I remember he used to come into work. I'd be like, "Oh, yeah, nice new body." You know when Montclair was like a rare thing. This guy come
I
with
know
a
this person.
Montclair gilet.
I feel like I know
And
this person.
Nah,
I
he'd
do,
gone
don't I?
Probably,
I've
yeah,
heard
yeah.
about
What's
that
his
story.
name? Start with
he
G?
went to the slots,
Tell you
yeah.
after.
Yeah, Israel. Yeah.
He went to the
I think
slots,
it-
yeah, one, and he'd splash out, coming with like fresh clothes, this, that, and the other, and then the whole time he's just stealing money and spinning it up and
Yeah,
buying
it's
stuff
no
to make
good,
it look
is
like
it?
he's won. It's dumb.
Nah, it's no good.
But like I
Bad.
said, it's easy to get into top 10 friends when someone keeps their word and pays back their debts because it's so rare now, like to find someone on that level and you could do business with them.
Even
And
if I owed a man, say, to a relevant of the amount of money, and I went broke the next day, I would still do my utmost to pay him. No, not my utmost. I would pay him before that. I would pay him irrelevant of what happened. I owe a man money.
How mad's this? That kid that we're talking about, he would tell me the bank had X amount of money in the bank. It didn't have any money in the bank because he would send me an email with the update. Anyway, I'm in Vegas with him and we were meant to be going to some like exhibition at the end of the trip. And he was on the roulette table playing 200 a number. Anyway, I was looking at him and I thought he had money at this point. And I was
deal.
like, what are you doing, bro? And I was like, I'm going out to bed because I was jet lagged. And it was early afternoon at this point. Anyway, he knocked on the door and I opened the door and he threw 15 grand in hundreds at me. He's like, you should have stayed at the table. Anyway, this is 7 days.
That's
before-
15 grand he won. What about the 100 he lost?
Well, 7 days later, I found out he was 70 in a hole and he hid.
Well, that's
I didn't even
the
see him.
thing,
and he
man.
still flexed on you like that.
He still flexed on me.
Still through the 15
knowing
racks,
he had
yeah.
taken 70 grand out of our company and he was flexing like, should have stayed down 15 grand. Like, bruh, you've lost all this money. And then he had to sell the watch a week later to my friend for 3 grand.
Yeah, I
He bought
remember
figure
that.
10.
Mad.
That was a Hulk. $3,000 he sold a Hulk for.
Wow.
Mad, innit?
It's good.
Everything
Yeah.
with a green, like anything green back in the
Any-
day,
yeah,
whether
it's-
cheap.
Anything
Nah,
stainless
it did,
steel.
it did, yeah, it
I remember
did.
saying to you, I said I wanted that green and gold Daytona.
Yeah.
It was 22 grand when I wanted it. It's like 65 now. And I ain't never gonna spend.
Yeah,
that
nah,
much
yeah.
on a
Of
watch,
course.
you know
But
what I
see,
mean?
the thing with watches, it's an assumption. Everyone says, like, all watch dealers, they say, oh, buy this watch. Like, now everyone's talking the Sprite's going to get discontinued. Now everyone's saying, yeah, buy them. Like, they're saying it to end users, buy the Sprite, buy the Sprite. But so if they're getting discontinued, why is not all these watch traders got 100 of these watches?
Or hold
'Cause,
them.
yeah,
Why
they're
would
not-
they sell
yeah,
them?
Do you know what
Why
it's,
would they sell
do
them?
you know what it's called in
capped.
crypto? It's called exit liquidity, where you pump something to price up
Yeah.
so that you could pull out.
And
Exactly.
then, and then stitch
Yeah.
everyone else.
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Like
I think I've had that a few times.
you see my boy as well. We talked about this in the last EP, but my boy was desperate for an olive, yeah. And he's gonna go, hey Julius, buy it for 75, yeah?
Yeah.
I go, listen, just wait, wanna come up and trade, you're gonna save 10k minimum. He's like, no, I need it tomorrow, Anyway, I just go, alright, I found you on 72, got it for him, yeah? The rumor of it being discontinued the week after, bang, 2 weeks later, the watch is now 50k. And he's crying to me, I said, bro, just wait, let's have patience.
You're going to have to.
Like that
Time's a virtue.
FOMO is crazy, isn't it? That fear of
It's
missing
mad,
out
yeah,
that
man.
people create.
Yeah, it's
It-
crazy.
It gets you every time.
Yeah,
It's the greed thing.
It'll even make you sell things lower. Like I sold that Daytona for 18. A year later, it's 36.
Yeah.
You know, all because like I was like, I actually thought like, Daytonas could just, the influx could happen anytime and I'm going to give away $9,000. So I thought they could go back to list, you know?
Yeah, good, of course.
But yeah, and-
Daytonas are like the best ones to hold now. But
yeah.
no one knows this as well. Unless you're Rolex or in with the main people that are all making money from them, no one knows
Yeah, but
this.
ain't-
It's the same with crypto. If you're not in the IDOs when they get the coin, these coins are getting made like shizzes.
Yeah,
You know?
that's
They're
all I'm in though.
pointless,
That's
yeah.
all I'm in though. IDOs.
Yeah,
I
that's-
buy it before it hits the market,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you guarantee like if you're on the last bull run, people doing 800x.
Yeah.
Bro, that's like
correct.
10 grand would take you to like 8 mil. That's crazy. You know what I mean?
Mental, man.
A grand to
Mad, innit?
800 grand. That was the average multiplier on an IDO. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
No,
What's
so
the
now,
average
obviously, I
What's
learned
the
about
average
it.
now 0. point.
Nah, yeah, it's like 1 or 10 or whatever. But
0.7. You're lucky to get your initial
yeah.
investment.
But I learned
back.
about it too. Well, I got into a group, like a big VC, and now that's all I put my money into for the next one. When it comes out, you know, 10x, 20x, 30x, 40x, it'll be normal. You just need to put a couple grand in here
Even
and
a
there.
2x, I'll
Boom,
take.
yeah.
Right now, times are hard.
Yeah, jump on the Pepe,
Trust me.
jump on the frog.
Fuck's sake.
Sweet,
Man.
guys. It's been a good podcast.
How far are we in? 105 on the dot.
Nice. Been good, guys.
Anyone want to say anything else?
You want to plug yourselves before you go?
Yeah, to add me on Snapchat, RP Shopping HQ.
You love Snapchat, innit?
It's the one.
What about you, Ellis?
No, I got nothing to say. I've said it all.
Cheers.
Yeah, that's it. Me too.
James Lake Show, Instagram.